Hello people of the dear internet, welcome back to a brand new Blu-ray and DVD haul. Here's the Blu-rays and DVDs I've gotten over the last month, and let's talk about them. So the first thing that is on the pile that I'm going to reach for is the absolute fabulous DVD box set.
Light!
Now this is a beautiful, fantastic box set, but the problem is I didn't research into this. This is a thing, this is a major issue. I'm always meant to have a man on the phone, and I couldn't get any data when I was buying this. The problem was I was at a car boot sale and wasn't able to, but this was a fantastic find. This was about £3 and it was cheaper than most versions of this box set that you could buy off eBay. The only issue is it's not got all the materials out of the box set. Now what I mean by that is I like to buy the box sets that have everything I need in them, and this doesn't have everything. You know, it is still good. This is still I still bought it at a pretty cheap price. I'm really happy with it, and I'm really glad to be able to add it to my collection. Next thing on the pile though is Sound of Music on Blu-ray. This is the only Blu-ray I've actually brought this month. Usually I buy a lot more Blu-rays, but it's been a DVD heavy month.
Let's start at the very beginning. A very good place to start.
Hello people of the dear internet. And it's a great film. I mean, everyone loves Sound of Music. It's a childhood classic, and I'm really glad to have the higher version of it. Also getting all the special features that that I really wanted to have for it. And it's just in general a really good film, and I'm really glad to own this. Okay, moving on to the next DVD. It's Tutti Frutti, that's right. Now, actually, I don't know what the show is much about. It's got Robbie Coltrane, right? And that's literally what made me go, I need that. So I can tell you the story of me buying this. I was in the charity shop, I was looking at all the DVD cases, they all looked really dull, and then I saw a little card one, and I was like, ooh, because cardboard, you don't see many card like DVD cases, and when you do, you think, this is something cool, either it's a box set or there's got to be like something to it, like what is it? And I pull it out and it's this Tutti Frutti, and I'm like, oh, what is this? This looks kind of interesting, and I read it and it says Robbie Coltrane, and then I'm like, right, I'm hooked, I have to buy this. So yeah, it's a beautiful box set, it's quite nicely made, the inside is pretty good, it's got 2 different discs, it's got a couple special features, and it's honestly something that I'm excited to really dive into eventually. But for now, I'm just quite happy to have it in my collection. Moving on, we've got The Patrol Officer.
Yeah, I prefer skirts. Healthier, isn't it? I imagine. Allows the air to circulate around the vagina.
We're ready for you, Mr. Garden.
Now, I've known about this film for ages. It's been a film that I've seen stalked on his IMDb. There's been so many films that Coogan has been in, and some of them are really bizarre, like Around the World in 100 Days or whatever it's called. And this is another one. And you know what? It's amazing. It is really good. I thought it was going to be really rubbish, but when you actually think about it, it's a quite good, low budget, sort of unheard of Coogan comedy. I genuinely am quite happy with it, and I'm quite glad to have a copy of it myself. There's no Blu-rays, I'm pretty sure. I looked online that I could easily get my hands on, so getting a DVD copy is so cool. There's a charity shop that I constantly go into, and every time I go into it, they have a new Steve Coogan thing that just looks so cool. And I'm really glad to own this, as it's a fantastic film. Anyway, there's not much else to say. Moving on to the next one. This is a bit of an odd one. This is Golden Ninja Warrior, and then the Ultimate Ninja. Now, you don't see, you probably haven't heard of these films. Now, these films, this is a double film DVD pack, and I see in charity shops and different shops like CX all the time, 4-film horror collection, and it's like 4 films that you've never heard of. And I was like, what is this actually like? Now, I didn't want to pick up 4 horror films that I hadn't heard of because I thought they were going to all be shite. So I got this double ninja movie pack, and I started watching one. It's terribly dubbed and it's dreadful, but it's quite funny and quite funnily dreadful, if you get what I mean. The DVD itself is kind of interesting. Usually you would get like 2 DVDs for each film, but no, this one is 1 DVD and both sides is a different film. I've never really seen that. I've never got a different copy. I've never got a copy of a film that is like that, or a copy of 2 films that are like that. Usually it's either on 1 disc and it's like one side's got a thing on, but it's just literally you flip over the disc like it's a vinyl, which is, I think, is quite funny, really. I think I also brought this film because it's a unique film. Honestly, if any of you have this film or these films aren't there, that's so cool. But I don't think it's super popular. I've never heard of these films before, and you know, people have loads of different reasons to collect physical media. They either think it's to cut down on technology and to be able to use sort of older technology that will be able to sort of work for them for what they want to do, but also not take over their lives, like a lot of streaming services and also social medias have now. And you know, you would never find this on a streaming service. I might be wrong. Maybe there is a streaming service that is showing the Golden Ninja Warrior and the Ultimate Ninja, but it's sort of a weird, unique thing, and it's kind of cool to have in my collection. I would also like to say that it's sort of a thing that you wouldn't be able to find like a pirated copy of. It's just so unique, so random, so mad, so crazy, and so just like unheard of. And it's not good necessarily, it's just cool to have. And some, you know, because I get a load of different complaints from like my brother mostly about why am I even doing this collection? Why do I have this? Because you can pirate everything, and obviously the normal thing people would say is, oh well, it's good because I'm helping fund filmmakers and stuff and owning a bit of physical media with it. Or maybe some people think it's quite nice, the actual proceeds of putting the DVD in the player. But also, I think it's really cool to have media that isn't hard to get your hands on. Not rare media that's like some rare cool film, but like something that people don't really care for. I have, you know? I have a Rick Mail VHS drug film. I love that. I have a physical media bit of it. You know, I have a physical thing that is very hard to get your hands on. And maybe there are copies of it online and out there, but my copy is going to be completely unique. And I think it's also, when we talk about collecting DVDs and Blu-rays, there is definitely a level of go out there and collect whatever you want, but also collect films that you think you might like, and it doesn't matter if other people don't like it. Anyway, that's sort of my logic behind getting that film. Moving on to the next 3 things, which I all got in a bundle together when I went to a charity shop, all for £1, is the first one that we're going to talk about is 24 music videos. Now, obviously, most people watch YouTube videos on music videos on YouTube nowadays, and I do the same. But I feel like the beauty of a DVD, which has 24 of the best, by the way, not best, but 24 of the best. It's got some pretty good ones, but not best music videos of all time. The beauty of it is being able to just put it on, not really focus, and like focus on what music video you're going to choose, and it's just going to play some really cool music videos. Now, this is really cool, genuinely really, really cool, and my girlfriend brought it for me, and I love it. It's got Radiohead, it's got Moby, it's got David Bowie, it's got The Specials, it's got Meatloaf, it's got loads of things, loads of different musicians in it, and it is really cool. It's cool to just, you know, have a beer, watch it, and just enjoy it. And I'm really glad to have a bit of a physical copy of it, you know. And I wish there was more music video kind of things like that online. Also, it's not bloody grated with ads, which is the annoying thing when you go on YouTube, because you have to pay for YouTube Premium, and then that basically becomes another streaming service and thing you have to buy then. Whereas you can just whack this in, no streaming service needed, no adverts, no trailers, it's just whack it in, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now, the next film I'm talking about is genuinely terrible. It's Boy Eats Girl. Now, I brought this because I thought, oh, I can make a Comedy Gems episode about this. And I'm planning on doing it. It's terrible, though. It's said by the star, which it sounds like some very knockoff version of The Sun. But anyway, it says, a funny sex teen horror. It's barely a horror. There are definitely... There's barely any teenagers, so it's not a teen. And I don't remember sex in it, so... And it's definitely not funny. This is something that is sort of like... I was like, oh, it could be some cool indie thing. It wasn't. It was crap. But sure, hey ho, I got it. It's kind of cool. I've given it a go. I watched it. It's a bit like bashing your brains out with a big hammer, but it's still fun, I guess. And, you know, hey ho, it's something maybe I'll get rid of. And finally, the very final thing I want to talk about in the whole box set thing is Celebrity Juice, the Bang Tidy box set. Now this is fucking incredible. This is amazeballs. I watched this with my dad. I've watched this by myself. I have gotten actually so much out of this. Now, most of the DVDs, most of the Blu-rays I get, to be honest, I'm a bit of a hoarder, and I maybe don't appreciate them enough. I don't rewatch them enough. I usually give them a couple spins and then I finish. I've only had this a month. I've watched each disc at least 5 times. Genuinely, really funny, really good way to spend some money. I'm genuinely really happy with this whole collection. It may be a lot and it may be quite difficult because I'm running out of space really quickly at the moment. But, you know, honestly, I can sort that out in the future. I'm just genuinely happy with what I've got and how this collection is moving forward. Something I'm planning to talk about in future episodes that I thought I'd quickly bring up is also DVDs that I'm going to get rid of and why I'm going to get rid of them. There's no ones that I'm getting rid of today and in this episode, but I thought I'd show off what I've got and tell you about the future. If you're new to the channel, please seriously consider subscribing. I make DVD Blu-ray hauls every month. You get 2 videos come out every month, one about Blu-ray DVDs and another stupid thing that I've done. So if you're interested in movies, TV, anything physical media wise or films, you know, literally name it and I'll probably make something about it. Music, I've got a couple music videos too.